Greetings, friends, and welcome to another episode of The Mistake Zone, your weekly dose of our lives and the mistakes within them. My name is Jaren Wade. Joining me, as always, one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Matt Alba. Hey, Matt.
Yo.
How are you doing?
Yo, I'm doing good.
Matt, that's great. Also joining us, another one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Rakush. Hey, Rakush.
Hey, yo.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Jaren. I've been Muse-maxing lately, so that's been pretty good for me. So, yeah.
Sounds,
Well, you see, there's this thing called Metamucil, right? And so I've started doing Metamucil, so Muse-maxing.
Oh, Muse. Okay.
I think you said news maxing.
I want to add something, but we have another person on this podcast. I think Jared should introduce her.
Also joining us, another one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Mark. Hey, Mark.
Hey, I renegotiated my contract. Yeah.
We have temporarily squashed the beef that prevents me and Mark to be on the same episode.
Finally.
For now, anyway. For now.
Yeah.
But, boys, I went to the movies last night, as I do. And Matt, you know me. A few weeks ago, we saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and I bought one of those limited collector cups, and I told you that I would be bringing this to the theater as long as this movie was in, still showing. And I did again last night, of course. But boys, normally I should feel guilty about bringing a premium collector cup that I previously bought and reused to use the facility's Coke Freestyle machine. But last night when I was filling my cup with a beverage, I look over. Boys, the guy beside me was using his collector cup from Deadpool and Wolverine.
Amazing.
Oh God.
Wow.
Where I thought boys, I feel like when I bring my collector cups, whether it be Demon Slayer, whether it be the Super Mario Galaxy movie, whether it be Harley Quinn, there's at least a timeline where it's kind of acceptable. But Deadpool and Wolverine, that's a year old. That's a year old, and I thought, But then again,
only a year old?
It's probably longer. I don't know what time is anymore.
Yeah, it's from last year or 2024.
Oh, damn.
What is time? But then again, you have people using the cups that they asked for if they can get water to get soda. So it's a free-for-all out there, boys. And I'm not surprised that Mario Cup does not fit in the cup holder at all.
Damn.
That was my adventures last night. I watched Mother Mary, the new Anne Hathaway and Michaela Cole movie, and that is a film. And I'll leave it at that. Matt, what have you been up to this week?
Jaren, kind of going back to Rakush's Muse-maxing. I had to buy, because I'm an adult, I had to go buy me some new adult gummy vitamins. And
yes.
None of that kitty Flintstones bullshit.
None of that chalky ass Flintstones bullshit. I usually buy, just like a certain brand of like gummy vitamins. And then I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? I might as well go try the men's version of the what do you call it? These gummy vitamins. Guys, what the fuck? The men's version of these gummy vitamins is coated in sour powder. And I don't know
why
I don't know why it has to be sour powder coated.
Why is there a men's version of vitamin gummies?
Yeah, like I know like there's female like gummies specifically for maternity or like stuff like that, but like I never.
Yeah, I know that female constitution, I guess, does need different like vitamins from men's. So I figured, okay, maybe a men's does has a different like vitamin mix than like the generic one.
Less iron.
So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll try men's. I'm men's. I'll try it. And apparently, men's is just sour powder. And I didn't look at them before I popped them into my mouth, and I thought they went bad.
Is it like a multivitamin?
Yeah, it's just like a multivitamin.
Oh, okay.
Man, I don't know. I used to love me some gummy vitamins because 1, I'm a child, and 2, I love gummies, and 3, I'm a child, if that wasn't clear before. But I got too many videos on my algo, boys, talking about how once people stopped eating the gummy vitamins, they stopped feeling like shit. So I thought, maybe I should stop eating the gummy vitamins too. And boys, switching over to the big boy chalky vitamins, I feel less like shit. But your mileage may vary. Rakush, what have you been up to this week?
I went to the movies. I actually ended up watching Mario Galaxy as well, finally. You were absolutely right. It's a movie.
Yes.
Definitely one of those.
And
yeah.
Good. Nice to know that we agree on that. And finally, Mark, how about you, man? What have you been up to this week?
I also saw a movie. I saw Michael.
That one.
And yeah, that was also a movie. Although I will say, like,
okay,
it was it was fun because a lot of people in the audience were just like dancing and singing and hee-heeing all the time. So it really made it like really fun.
Oh, that Michael.
Oh yes. I guess I should have.
I didn't know that's what that movie was called. So I don't know.
Actually, at this point, to you guys, when you hear the name Michael, which Michael do you usually associate it with?
I go back and forth between Jordan and Jackson.
Yeah, I think I had Michael Phelps in there, but between those three,
yeah.
It depends on the context. Well, you guys said it just now. I went to B Jordan.
Oh,
that one.
True.
Yeah.
Sorry,
the one was in Space Jam too.
Sorry, did you think that Mark was talking about the latest Michael B. Jordan movie by just saying I went to go watch Michael?
No.
First
I
name
didn't
basis?
think he was talking about a Michael B. Jordan movie. I just was thinking, he said Michael in a movie context. I don't know what that is. This could be like, it could be like Freddy versus Michael for all I care.
Halloween origin story. Yeah.
But yeah, other than watching someone fill up their Deadpool versus Wolverine cup, I'm not going to go into it. I did like Mother Mary. I feel like I'm too dumb to fully appreciate Mother Mary, but I know Whispers of the Heart. There was a 4K re-release I was also playing last night. Boys, we should just went to Whispers of the Heart, if I had to be completely honest. But Rakush, you opened the floodgates. You saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie. That means we all saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie at some point. So I gotta ask, Rakush, Mark, Matt, how does it feel to smell like Yoshi with the collaborative Old Spice body wash, Matt Alba?
Ooh, I really like the collaborative Old Spice body wash Yoshi edition. It smells like the purple bag of Skittles.
Huh.
Ooh.
It had high, I don't know, one, it's branded Brooklyn Berry, I believe, where I get the berry portion of it, but the Brooklyn part, I don't really get from that scent.
Yeah, I was confused why they named it. It's called, like, I'm looking at the deodorant right now. It's called Brooklyn Bounce. And like, I get why after seeing the movie, but I don't want to smell like Brooklyn.
Do you want to smell like Bounce, though, Mark?
Oh, yeah, I guess if it's like the dryer sheets, then sure.
Fair. But a few weeks removed from the movie, and I know we said it a few weeks ago, where there's not really something in-depth to talk about, but I think the one thing I wanted to ask you guys was, Matt, I know when we were driving home from the film, and it was of course, we're going to be spoiling the Super Mario Galaxy movie from here on out. But the fact that in movie, they revealed that Princess Peach and Princess Rosalina are sisters. And I think that kind of got me thinking when it comes to canon in terms of, these properties that go in between different mediums, whether it be video games, movies, anime, manga, light novel, the book. Where do you usually fall in what is considered canon? Starting with you, Mark.
I guess it really depends on the material itself. Like when I'm watching or reading One Piece, everything that's canon is in the manga because it's straight from Oda's pen, I guess. But when it comes to like the movie, like the filler movies, like it's widely not considered those are canon. But I don't know when it comes. Yeah.
I think the only one that's canon is the Uta movie, One Piece Red.
See, I don't even think that's canon either. Like, I think they said it wasn't. Like, I know Uda exists in the universe, but she hasn't really been talked about at all. Like, she was teased in the manga, but I don't know.
It's canon in the sense that, like, it exists as a standalone movie in sort of the manga timeline, but it's not something that's going to come up in the manga. So, like, it's an easy way of saying it's canon because the authors have, like, written it and said it's canon. But yeah, like, you're never going to see, like, or maybe you will, I don't know. But, like, there have been some characters from the movies that have popped up in flashbacks, at least. So, yeah, like, some of the recent movies are more canon than the others.
Okay. But see, like, again, that's the thing. Like, unless it's, like, explicitly stated by the author, then I don't know. I typically don't follow it. I don't watch the anime, but, like, I read the manga, so that's what I go with, and that's generally what the audience goes with too, like, from what I've seen online, so that's what I stick with. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, when it comes to the Mario movie, I don't know if you want to talk about that now, but it's different because it's like when you look at Zelda, there's different timelines. So what's the canon there? And then there's also manga and anime when it comes to that series too. So I don't know. Like, unless it's, like, explicitly stated by the producers or the game designers, then yeah, that's I wouldn't consider it canon. But I don't know. Has Miyamoto said anything about the Mario movie, like with Rosalina and Peach?
I think all I've seen from Miyamoto is he's surprised at the criticism the movie is getting. So take that for what you know.
I did see that. Yeah.
But actually, Rakush, how about you? Where do you fall on when you have all these different mediums? What do you, without it being, outwardly stated, where do you kind of fall when it comes to what at least you consider canon?
I'm gonna make this a bit of a larger point and bring it back to Mario as well, but I think the conversation around canon really depends on whether a franchise is a brand or not, right? That is a real business speak way of talking about this. I kind of fucking hate talking like that, but it's, in my mind, a reality of these things. A couple of weeks back when Mark was here, we were talking about the One Piece live action and the One Piece industrial complex, right? And now we are talking about Mario. Mario is also an industrial complex. I think that when you get certain franchises, or in this case, a brand like Mario, in any form, in any medium, the line between canon and, like, just, whatever non-canon is, fanfic or whatever you want to call it, it blurs very significantly. And to a point, in fact, I would say, where it doesn't really matter that much whether it's canon or not. Like, I think, like, Peach and Rosalina being related, sure, like, that's kind of the origin of your question. Sure, that's, like, a pretty big departure from what the Mario games are, but also the Mario games are inherently not plot-heavy in a way that a movie has to be sometimes. So it's not that big a deal for me, and, like, I think, honestly, kind of made a little bit of sense, but, yeah, it really depends.
And finally, you, Matt, coming out the theater with this bombshell of information, where were you kind of feeling in terms of where this resides in Mario canon overall, and kind of how you view canon in general?
I mean, the way I view canon in general is that, like, anything can be canon. It's just that everything's divided into, universes. Like,
the DC conundrum.
Yeah, this is Ultimate Mario, basically, is what I'm getting at.
Pretty much.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm having such mixed feelings, even this far removed from the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Just to kind of go in there, where I think going in, I was of course, I'm not really expecting much from it. And as the movie played out, it is just kind of an assault on your senses. It is just a lot of references, a lot of bright colors, and something for the children to kind of clap along, as I said that I was doing, and Matt can attest to that as well. But kind of at the same time, the more I think back on it, where I don't think I would go back to watch the second movie. Maybe I'd put on the first one in the background, but there was just something about it that isn't aging well to me 3 weeks later, and I can't really tell what it is in particular. I think the saving grace for me in the movie overall was probably Star Fox's implementation, and just having that pseudo anime intro for him really made me excited to explore any potential Star Wars Star Fox properties or spin-offs in the future, whether that be its own movie or a limited run series or something, where I think that was the most fun I had in the movie. But just as much as I did like the focus on Peach, wish there was more Rosalina overall, I feel like Mario really took a backseat to this movie. Not saying that's good or bad, but I just felt like by the end of it, once the honeymoon period ended, it just felt like more of a mess than I thought it would be. But Mark, how are you feeling after you walked out of the theater and now that we're a couple weeks removed?
I mean, yeah, like it was a movie. It was like the first one. It was essentially, I was telling a friend, it was essentially like a roller coaster ride or like a theme park attraction, which I think is what they were intending it to be. And like both movies I took my nephews to, and they absolutely loved it. Like they wanted me to take them again to the second one. And I probably still will. Like they can't stop talking about it. And like they've been going back, like they've been asking their parents to buy eShop cards so they can buy Mario games or Yoshi games or whatever. And I guess like in that sense, like the movie did what it had to do. Like it's essentially to sell this Mario brand to either newcomers or like younger gamers or would-be gamers. And I don't know, I guess it's doing pretty well considering it's already made like more than 700 million worldwide. But yeah, like personally, I didn't care for it. It was fun. Like there were some cool moments. And actually it's funny. Someone said to me, it was he said it reminded him of WrestleMania, where like it was more about the moments and not like the stories that they tell. They just wanted that like big clip that they can post online to like gain all these views so that more people tune into it or tune into the future product. But yeah, like it was fun, but I definitely one of the worst movies I've seen this year.
Damn. Holy shit.
Yeah. And I mean, like, that's what I told you, Matt, where I think if I'm comparing it to everything I've seen this year, it's probably down there in terms of it, like, on the merits of it being a film, but as a piece of nostalgia bait, as like a spectacle. Like, of course, I said at the time I enjoyed it, less so maybe now, but for what it was to me, it's exactly, I think, what it needs to be, for better and for worse. But Rakush,
I actually have a question for you guys. I know you were throwing it to me for something, but I actually want to ask this question. Why did they need to cast a name for Yoshi? Like, why did Donald Glover need to be Yoshi?
It's probably just a marketing thing. Like it's normally what they do, right? Like Vin Diesel for Groot. Like
I waited a long time to figure out like when was Yoshi gonna speak? Like I was waiting for a long time in that movie, and then at some point I was like, oh yeah, he's just really not gonna speak. What the fuck is Donald Glover doing here?
He's getting paid. He's getting paid.
Vibing,
he's vibing. He's getting paid, essentially.
Yeah, I guess to kind of branch off Mark's answer, it's like you get Donald Glover doing the press tour, and
yeah, exactly.
As someone who's watched a lot of the press stuff to come from this movie, I think Donald Glover is a person you want on that press tour, especially to contrast it with Chris Pratt, just because maybe this is just me with, rose-tinted glasses on, and, Donald Glover being a internet figure that, for all intents and purposes, and Matt can attest to this too, we quote unquote grew up with ever since his days from like Derek Comedy decades ago, where to see Donald Glover speak about him growing up with a Nintendo console and how he got an N64 and how he played the heck out of Mario 64 and talking about all the different secrets. He says it with this earnesty that is a bit infectious. And then you contrast that to how Chris Pratt is answering his questions, where he's still robotically telling that story about how he played the original Mario in a laundromat and how he wished he would, play the part of Mario in a film one of these days, and for that to be a dream come true, where it's from, I think, a press perspective and trying to do a movie rollout, you kind of need... I understand where you can get anyone to voice Yoshi, and to Donald Glover's credit, he went for it. I was really impressed in that regard, but I think just from one, the studio probably has money to burn. Two, you get the double take reaction of, oh, Donald Glover is voicing Yoshi, what does this do? And then of course the same time we're all sitting there throughout the whole movie wondering if he's going to actually speak at some point or some throwaway goof. But I don't know, I feel like it is just that shock factor plus having the added bonus that he can actually talk to the source material well, kind of earnestly too, because also from what I've seen, I think he's the most into the Mario franchise overall. And then when you have everyone else doing their press, it's a bit more reserved and kind of trying to gloss over that quote unquote nerd cred, I guess. But Mark, I don't know if you have any additional thoughts on that.
No, I definitely feel the same exactly. There's not much to add to that, and I think, I don't know, out of all the cast, I think Donald Glover is really the only one who spoke with that earnesty from the press that I've seen. Actually, Brie Larson was pretty good with that too. I know she's a Nintendo fan. But yeah, like you said, it's something that they needed, and I'm sure Illumination was all up on that. They're such a huge marketing machine, and they wanted to just capitalize on that quickly, which they did, I think.
Speaking of Illumination, why did they try to force those minion robots to be a thing?
Which minion robots?
In that, you guys didn't notice this?
I did not notice a minion in this movie.
It's not a minion. It's those robots that are very clearly colored and shaped like a minion that are in that central, whatever that place is called, where they have to go to the underground casino and the tunnel and shit.
Oh, the Galaxy Highway or whatever.
Galaxy Highway, yeah.
I did not recognize any minion in there. That minion colored robot. I'm gonna have to take a look now.
I'll see if I can find screenshots or something later, but they absolutely look like minion robots to me.
But I mean, I guess because you recognize it as a minion style robot, that's probably why they wanted just an Easter egg to put in there.
Which this was chock full of those Easter eggs. But also, shout out to Brie Larson and her press run as well. Whenever she's been asked, would you want to voice Samus? And just her lighting up is also kind of endearing to that. I gotta be
honest with you guys, and I'm giving you guys super props for this. This, for a movie where we didn't really have a lot to say about it, we've spent 20 minutes on it. It's kind of impressive.
But notice how we're talking around the movie.
Still, it's our abilities in a meta sense to be podcasters, I guess, where we actually could figure out 20 plus minutes of talk for a movie where we had nothing to say.
I genuinely think that if we wanted to, we could do a 2-hour on Mario movie without touching anything we talked about when me and Jaren first watched the Mario movie.
You also have to be here to ask bullshit questions as well. I could fake some shit.
Oh, man.
But Rakush, you're the one who's most recently saw the movie. Did you have any kind of thoughts of walking away from it?
Just that I wish I'd gotten popcorn because I had gone to eat right before that, and the meal was far too heavy for me to get popcorn, so I ended up not getting popcorn. It was a damn shame. But it was a good meal, though. It was a beef bowl with garlic sprouts and some chilies in there. Ooh, that was great, man. I might go get that later today.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit of a tingle in the back of my throat that typically hints at I'm about to fall sick. So maybe I need some chilies to clear that
So
up.
might as well get that soup.
Okay, but also, you know that saying, like, there's always room for dessert? I feel like that's the same with me when it comes to popcorn, too. Like, I can eat popcorn, even if I've eaten. I don't know about you guys.
I hear you, but as someone that's been Musemaxing lately, I'm trying to maintain a certain gut health that I haven't had for a while.
Are you taking probiotics, too? Because you should be, if you're Musemaxing.
No, just the Musemaxing for now.
Oh, okay.
I eat yogurt, though. Maybe that works.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Depends on the yogurt.
Yeah,
Just
depends
on honestly,
make sure
like,
there's no sugars. And
So I eat like the plain yogurt, and then I do mix stuff in. So there is obviously sugar in it. Like, I'm not just gonna eat plain yogurt, but yeah.
But it's like natural sugars. It's not like added sugar.
No, I'm adding honey to it.
Oh, well, I mean that's fine too. Like it's and it's not processed honey, right? Like it's.
I don't know what's processed and what's pure. I don't fucking know that.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
We're trying our hardest not to be labeled a health podcast. Should I talk about all the soda I drank this week?
But oh my god!
Anyway, Matt, I think we're, trying to get back to the Mario movie in terms of. I know we talked about it kind of going in, how this might be a bridge into a potential Nintendo cinematic universe. And I guess by the time this movie ended and we saw Daisy as the end credit scene, where do you fall on that sentiment or that notion that this could potentially branch off? Or do you think that quote unquote Super Smash Brothers movie is a bit further than we initially thought?
I mean, realistically, I don't really believe in the Super Smash Brothers movie. Like, I don't think that they're gonna do like a full-ass Nintendo cinematic universe. But in my heart, that's different, Jared. That's different.
Okay. But in terms of just all the different Easter eggs, how did you feel overall with Star Fox, the Pikmin, and I guess ultimately Mr. Game & Watch, and how they were utilized in the film?
I was disappointed that Mr. Game & Watch didn't nine whoever the hell he was attacking in that scene. I can't really remember that scene great. I just remember being kind of mad at it. Star Fox, like I enjoyed like Star Fox's bit. I really liked like you mentioned earlier, like the anime scene and stuff, and I hope that goes somewhere, but I'm not totally sure if it's going to. And,
Matt, bro, keep up some.
I don't think the Pikmin were going to be any more than what they were.
Matt, you got to keep us some kayfabe, man. We still got a second part of that episode to do.
You know what? Okay, I'm ready for the second part of that episode. There was somebody, maybe this is going more into like what we were going to be talking about later, but there was. I casted my Ryu forgetting who was actually playing him in the Street Fighter movie.
Amazing.
And then when the trailer for Street Fighter dropped, I was like, "Oh, right, this guy's already in it."
But then that goes between: do you keep their live action counterparts similar with Link and them, or do you cast like an anime or animated 3D version of them as well?
Well, we dropped that Link dude so fast, so I feel like you got to do the same for Ryu.
I'll admit, boys, I was listening. I was hype. I was thinking, man, I can't believe my friends are joining me on this bus ride to work. And then you guys couldn't come to a consensus for Daisy, and I stopped listening.
I'm still so mad that it wasn't Stephanie Beatrice, and then you changed or you used my pick for someone else.
Listen, I'm just saying. Sometimes we have to go through the grieving process to get to the other side where we heal and don't cast any more Chris Pratt. Listen, sometimes we need the hurt in our lives.
To our credit though, like because we casted Chris Pratt only once, we tried our best or our hardest to not do it again, which is great.
By the way, Meta Talk, I was listening to that episode, and I think I'm going to introduce a second rule the second time we do this, because I feel like we, at the end of the first round, came to a place where we found a loophole to avoid a Chris Pratt situation. So I'm going to make it harder.
I was going to suggest this as well. So
we'll have more Chris Pratts in the
We're going to have a lot more Chris Pratt in part 2.
I guess to kind of wrap up the Mario talk, I talked about how Daisy was the post-credit scene. Mark, were you surprised there was no Wario Waluigi drop, or was Daisy kind of the most you were expecting from that?
I wasn't expecting anything huge. Only because like I know. I mean, I don't know how much you can take it, but when Miyamoto said like, oh yeah, like no Smash, like I don't want to do that. So when they announced Days, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like they'll introduce some. What's that? What's the name? That villain, I forget. And then they'll just they can gradually introduce Wario and Waluigi during press time, like how they did with Fox, I guess. I don't know. I think they want to keep that a secret for now because maybe they don't want people speculating what Wario and Waluigi's roles will be. Also, no offense to Daisy and Daisy fans, but Wario is a bigger character in my eyes. So they probably want to make that reveal to like a wider audience, I think. Like in a trailer that they can release or something like that.
That hurts, Mark, but it's true. It's true.
I know. I'm sorry. Waluigi, though, I don't know. Nintendo doesn't really pay attention to him. Like he's not even a character in Smash, so I think he'll just be like I don't know,
just Wario's +1.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he'll be like Luigi, but like at least Luigi has a bigger role this time.
Actually, to kind of close out, Rakush, what did you feel about Star Fox, like them specifically saying, hey, Star Fox isn't from this universe, this is multiverse shenanigans. Did you feel like that was a cop-out, or at the end of the day, is it just a whatever?
I, to be honest, didn't even really make much of that until you mentioned it just now. I gotta be honest, like that movie really just kind of felt inconsequential to me in a way that doesn't really match the energy we had when we were talking about Star Fox getting spoiled. I don't know. Like I sat through the movie, I thought it was okay. Nothing really seemed like it was setting up a future movie except for like Daisy popping up, and even that I don't know what that movie looks like. So like, yeah, I didn't really give it much thought. Sorry.
No, don't apologize, because I feel like this is the most you can kind of give to the Mario movie, especially at this point. Matt, what do you think Miyamoto is surprised about the criticism?
I think Miyamoto loves the Mario movie. It's exactly what he wanted it to be. So he's sad that people don't like his vision.
That's fair.
Oh man,
but maybe maybe it's also because he's not used to criticism. Like you don't really hear criticism from him.
That's also a good point.
Or anything.
He's gonna crash out. He's gonna crash out. It's gonna be thanks, Jumpman.
Jumpman.
Oh man, but I know we mentioned the Street Fighter movie trailer, but before we get to that, there was another video game adaptation of sorts recently. And Matt, a few weeks ago, I saw the Exit 8 movie, and I know this is something you also watched as well. Mark, Rakush, did you guys watch the Exit 8 movie?
Yes, and a little bit of spoilery context. I'm a little bit surprised that it's only just now coming out, because the place that I watched it...
Because it's been out for a while.
Yeah, the place where I watched it on the Seven Seas, I watched it like a few months back.
How about you, Mark? Did you watch it?
No, I did some marketing for it last summer or whenever it released in Japan last year. So like I'm aware of it, but I've never seen it. Like I know the whole concept of it, like the game and stuff, but I haven't seen it. I do want to see it, but I don't care if I'm spoiled, so go for it.
Okay. I don't think we'll go into too deep spoilers, but Matt, I remember when I was asking you, hey, should I watch this movie? And then I believe you told me that it wasn't something when you watched it wasn't what you expected. But I guess to kind of just get into it in general, what did you think of the Exit 8 movie, and how did you feel like it adapted its source material?
I mean, I feel like it adapted it fine. Like it did have the like what the Exit 8 game is about. But for me, like that was about it. Like I was kind of hoping that it was gonna be more about the mysteries of the corridor, I guess, or the station or the platform, I guess is what they're called. But it was more so about the people in it. Like it did like give some information about like the NPCs that do wander, I guess, like Exit 8's world, but it wasn't as much about, I guess, the mechanics of it as I was hoping. It was far more a people piece.
I think it's also worth just kind of explaining a little bit of what Exit 8 is, right? So this is a movie based on an independent game that came out in early 2025 or late 2024. And the entire concept is it's kind of like an escape room type game where you are trying to escape from this corridor. And the way to do that is to essentially spot the differences in the hallway or this corridor that you're in, and then if you notice a difference, you turn around and you walk back. Now, the movie is heavily based on that as well. So, like, Matt, I guess the question I wanted to ask you, right, is when you say you were hoping for it to rely or like explore the mechanics, let's say, of the corridor, were you hoping for more of like an explanation of why this is happening?
Yes, more of an explanation on like the corridor itself, why it's happening, what these anomalies are. Is the like corridor sentient or whatever? Like more of like more of a dive, like an SCP article would dive into something about like something in like that SCP wiki rather than what it actually like was.
Which for all intents and purposes is a character piece following a specific character and his kind of thoughts going on being set up in the beginning of the movie, and then how he kind of experiences or thinks through them as he explores Exit 8. But kind of, Rakush, how did you feel about watching the movie?
I thought it was interesting, and also, sorry, just worth mentioning, it's actually kind of split up into 3 POVs, right? So like you have there's the main character that you start off with. There is the salaryman that walks past you throughout the entire movie, and then there's the kid. And I think that they did some pretty interesting stuff with those things, and I personally thought it was good. Maybe a little bit too much on the longer side of things. And I would say maybe the main character wasn't necessarily as interesting as they needed to make him in order to kind of carry like a feature length film, right? I think just kind of going back to what Matt was saying about exploring more of the quote unquote mechanics, I actually think I disagree with that from my like perspective, because a movie like this or like a concept like this, I personally prefer if you don't see how the sausage is made. I personally prefer if it's left up to the player or the viewer to figure out some of these things, right? Like, I think that it's kind of like in that genre of games and like, storytelling, that not everything needs to be answered per se. So in that case, or in that sense, I think they handle the actual sort of Exit 8 part of things really well. I think where the movie does fall flat for me is personally like, the main character just really not being that interesting, all things considered.
Where I think for the most part, I really did enjoy the movie, and I think it was really interesting going in, especially watching it with my partner who hasn't been exposed to the game at all, where going in, you have this thought of, it takes place in one central location. How are they able to pull it off and have hour and a half worth of film and still be able to keep it interesting? And I think for the most part, I think it was able to hold my attention, but I'm also going at it where it's like I'm playing the game as well.
Yeah.
Where as each of the different characters goes through the corridor, you think, okay, now I'm going through my mental checklist of seeing what they're doing. And I think I kind of got some sort of joy out of that. If there was one thing that I was less, high on, it was the implementation of the CG, the quote unquote, I'm just going to say the rats, and how those were implemented in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just bad CG to me. And that kind of took me out of it, where, going back to Mother Mary, there was also some questionable CG there that I thought wasn't implemented well. And then, boys, you know me, I don't like bad CG where it just takes me out of the movie. It doesn't feel like it's incorporated well, and it kind of feels corny, where in Exit 8, the rats, I feel like, are supposed to be this more jump scare, terrifying aspect. But it was so jarring to see, and not in a good scary way, but in a this looks bad type of way, where that completely took me out of the movie. But other than that, really did, I think the smiling man portion or the salary man portion was probably the strongest of the 3 acts to me, especially in contrast to the main character's first act. But yeah, overall, I think it was a good time. I did want to see, or it did make me want to play the game again. But I think in between this and is it Backrooms that's also coming out soon? Matt, is that something on your radar as well, or?
Yeah, Backrooms is something that I want to see, but like it does, ever since I like watched Exit 8, I guess not ever since I watched Exit 8. Like I watched Exit 8 long before I saw the Backroom trailers, but like it lives in my head of like, is Backrooms gonna have that same issue that I had with Exit 8 or not?
Right.
But I'm probably gonna watch it anyway.
Okay. And I guess finally, is Backrooms on your radar as well, Rakush, or is this just something that you might catch, you might not?
So I actually don't know about this one. Not sure I'm familiar with the game itself either. So, but it's
not a game. It's like a creepypasta, right, Matt?
Yeah. Basically, it's a
it's like a YouTube thing, right? Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, it's an A24 movie. Yeah, I'll probably watch it.
Okay. But boys, it's the reason Mark wanted to be on this episode. So there were a lot. There's a lot of video game adjacent movies, a lot of video game adaptations coming out. I know the Mortal Kombat 2 coming out in a few weeks as well. To me, maybe that's how much I'm not really paying attention. But Street Fighter, the full trailer came out recently. Mark, how are you feeling?
Okay, so watching the trailer, I was kind of iffy about it because I was like, oh no, like how are they going to ruin this for me? Like they did like The Legend of Chun-Li. But yeah, like as I was watching, I'm like, okay, like this looks like trash. Like I thought it looked terrible. And I was just like it looks it looks so goofy. Like the acting seems kind of shoddy. Like I don't like the looks of some of how these actors are like looking. And like these are characters that I grew up with, right? Like I'm a huge Street Fighter fan. But man, I'm like probably gonna be day one because it looks so fun. And I can't say that with Mortal Kombat. Like Mortal Kombat, like it looks fun, sure, but it's one of those where it's like it's taking itself way too seriously. Whereas Street Fighter, like it knows what it is, and it's embracing that.
Sorry, you think Mortal Kombat 2 is taking itself seriously?
More so than Street Fighter, yeah.
That I agree with. Yeah, it does take itself more seriously than Street Fighter, I think.
But it's just with Street Fighter,
I
it's different. Like it just feels different. Like it again, like it knows what it is and it's playing to that.
I think I think Mortal Kombat is still trying to be a movie, but Street Fighter is like, yo, check this shit out.
Well, at least from what the trailers are showing.
I think the reason I'm so hesitant to agree with that is because, Mark, the latest trailer that you shared with us, the minute-long roll call, basically, right? It starts with Johnny Cage sitting in a bar getting served alcohol by Ed Boon. And
that's Ed Boon?
That's Ed Boon.
Yeah.
I'm going to rewatch that, but I'm like 99% certain that's Ed Boon. So, like, when that's how it starts, I'm a little bit hesitant to say that it's taking itself seriously. And that's 100% Ed Boon, confirming that. So I think that's where I'm a little bit sort of like, I can definitely understand like the preferences side of things. I am just not sure Mortal Kombat 2 is actually going the serious route. In fact, I think it's going the G.I. Joe route, where if you guys remember like 15, 16 years back, there were 2 G.I. Joe movies.
That was 15 years ago?
The first one was, it was a while back, yeah. So the first G.I. Joe movie was like this really self-serious, like, really just sort of like gritty reboot version of the movie that kind of existed, did well enough in the box office that they're like, okay, we're going to make a second part, but it was critically shat upon. So then, and it came after like Transformers was really picking up. So like, I think it was at that time where Hasbro was like, yeah, let's capitalize on these things. G.I. Joe 2 comes out. The Rock is the main character in the second movie. Channing Tatum's Duke basically gets written off in the first 30 minutes. He's like kind of dead, kind of not dead kind of thing. So they go like the real schlocky route with that movie itself. Now, fast forward to 2026, Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out. There is no mention of the main character from the original Mortal Kombat, Cole Young. Zero mention of him. I think they're going the route of like, yeah, this is just like a soft reboot of the same franchise with the cooler characters like chilling out, and we're just going to do something really neat here. So I think that's what Mortal Kombat 2 is looking like for me. And I think it can never be the same as a Street Fighter. Like, even the games will never be the same as Street Fighter, because like even the original game that came out in the 90s was meant to be like the quote-unquote realistic option for like, you know, the people that are growing out of like the cartoonish stuff, right? Like, there's a reason ESRB exists. It's because of the it's the realistic depiction of comical violence is what Mortal Kombat is. And so like, I think both of them are going to be a little bit self-aware is my take on that. But yeah.
I think where I'm coming from is, so before we started recording, I only watched the official trailer too, that I linked in our group chat. And I just watched the roll call trailer right now. And I think with watching official trailer 2, I totally know where Matt and Mark are coming from, just because the way that trailer is cut specifically in comparison to the roll call trailer, I definitely I thought that when watching the official trailer 2, this is going for a more serious route, especially when you kind of do a rendition of the Mortal Kombat theme and have it to be more slowed down and somber. Boys, come on. It's sad cover music where that I instantly go to, okay, this is trying to play it a bit more serious. And then watching the roll call trailer, I feel like you can put anything to the original Mortal Kombat theme, like the techno theme, and it's immediately 1,000 times lighter.
Yeah.
So I think it really depends on which trailer you're watching, and kind of to see the roll call trailer right now, especially this soon to release. Now I'm kind of thinking, okay, I'm curious just to see what overall tone it will be, where I do partially agree with you, Rakush, about just how it can be kind of presenting itself. But at the same time, when I think about these two, you know, historic legendary fighting game franchises, and Mortal Kombat being the more story heavy one, you know, that's partially the reason why that's such one of the biggest selling fighting games of all time. People love the story mode inclusions. And yet when we think about what's actually happening in Evo, what are the FGC sickos actually doing? You know, that is going to Street Fighter, where it is more, I don't know, boys, I associate Street Fighter with trash talking, and I associate Mortal Kombat with, I'm here to watch the 6 hours of story mode cinematics on YouTube and think that was fun. So I think that's also, maybe I'm going into it with a bit of a bias there of how I'm actually perceiving the games, and how I do see Mortal Kombat, quote unquote, as a bit more, you know, this is a game where you're ripping out 7 rib cages from someone in a fatality, but at the same time, I still associate it to take itself more seriously than Street Fighter. And I think that's the vibe I'm getting kind of with both trailers overall as well. I plus it also feels like Street Fighter doesn't have, I feel like the budget feels at least lower, but they're working with what they got. I do have to say, though, Cammy's wig looks kind of bad in that trailer. Mark, as a Cammy fanboy, how do you think of the Cammy looking in the trailer?
I mean, she looks okay. Like all the characters in that movie look like really good cosplay. Like it, when you're comparing to Mortal Kombat, like they have this more, I don't want to say realistic, but like, I don't know. I can't think of the word. Like it just looks more
budget.
No, it just like I really don't know how to explain it. You know how like in Japanese, like when Japanese studios do anime adaptations, like it looks like they rip it off the page or from the anime, and like it just looks like the characters. But like when Marvel does movies, they Marvel-fy the costumes, kind of. I feel like that's what Mortal Kombat is compared to Street Fighter. I don't know. It's hard.
Sorry, so you're saying Mortal Kombat feels more cosplay-ish?
No. I feel like Mortal Kombat feels more like, in terms of design, they're doing the Marvel thing where like they make it more realistic or streamlined with modern looking things, or like how the X-Men did it. Whereas,
like, it looks more practical in terms of like how you would actually wear a piece of clothing.
Yeah, exactly. But like with Street Fighter, it's like, let's take it's high level cosplay that was just ripped. Like the designs are just ripped from the game, right?
You got that zigzag hairline on
yeah, exactly.
Where I don't know, the way I was seeing it was Mortal Kombat to me seems like my friends that are actually into cosplay, and then Street Fighter feels like me going, hey boys, I'll dress up for like Fan Expo next week. I don't have a budget, but we can probably pull it off with something we buy off Amazon. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting where, yeah, I don't know. It feels like Mortal Kombat has a higher budget to me.
Oh, it definitely does.
Street Fighter is working with what it has and going all the way with it to where it's something I can equally appreciate. But Matt, how about you? Where are you landing on the Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat trailer?
Guy, I'm hyped for both trailers. I'm really excited to watch both of them. I only just watched just like you, Jared. I watched the roll call trailer like while we were recording. I didn't know Quan Chi was in this movie, but it makes a lot of sense since like Noob is in this movie basically. But I don't know. I do still kind of think that between the two, Mortal Kombat does feel a little bit more like a real movie than Street Fighter. Like, if I had to like say like how I'm like feeling, like I think like Mortal Kombat is a movie I would have no. If you showed me these two trailers and you asked me which one is a theatrical release and which one is a web series, I would say that like Mortal Kombat is the theatrical release and then Street Fighter is the web series. But I think that's like talking in like, 2010s terms.
Okay.
I think I'm hyped for both of them as well, right? So like I'm kind of with Matt on that as well. And there's really no but to that statement. I think it's more so just where this conversation is going. I think the question I would ask all of you would be, do these feel accurate to their source material, right? Like not to each other. Like I think they're very different, like thematics or stylistic decisions that needs to be made for both of these. Is it accurate to the source material? And if I'm watching the trailers for both of these as just, hey, does this match up with the video game? I think they both absolutely nailed that. And that's where I'm pretty hyped for both of these. Like, they're not going to be objectively great movies. Like, I don't think that's where my mind is going with these. I am just really excited to watch the, like, low quality sort of, like, just slop. It's slop. I'm really excited to watch a slop. That's what it is.
If we were doing Fantasy Critic for movies, this would be for the heart pick and not for the meta pick.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Where I think what I really liked about the Street Fighter movie, and kind of to your question, Rakush, about staying true to the source material, I think the one thing I got out of the Street Fighter movie is it's giving me energy of I want to watch Street Fighter in its entirety in like an Evo crowd, like before World Finals or whatever, or Grand Finals. Just play the movie. I want to be in that crowd watching this movie, and I feel like it gives that energy perfectly to me. Where I think the Mortal Kombat trailer, because going back to that first one where I forget how the reception was, but I remember it just being really mixed to the point where maybe I don't really want to see it. But I think the production in terms of the trailers for the Mortal Kombat movie just makes me... I am more inclined to see it just because I think both of them are doing each other some favors as well, where, they both know what they are and it's okay. Just it's a summer blockbuster, even though Street Fighter is coming out in October, where... Yeah, I think I'm really excited for both of them. And I don't know, you can have your dark, gritty movie that might not be dark and gritty and still your colorful animated one coexist.
Yeah.
Where boys, we don't need them throwing shots at each other on TGA stages.
I would not be shocked if there's a trailer for Street Fighter with Mortal Kombat. Like, I think the synergy is absolutely there for that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Mark, how are you feeling about, especially with October being so far away for Street Fighter and maybe Mortal Kombat?
I don't know, it's just very interesting because with Mortal Kombat, okay, so typically when movie studios put their movie in May, they have high hopes for it, and they think it's going to do really well. You know, their focus groups have seen it, very positive reactions. So I do have like, you know, some high hopes for Mortal Kombat. Like I enjoyed the first one. I know it was very mixed, but I think it was still a decent movie, I guess. Like I had a lot of fun with it, and I think it'll be the same for this one.
It had good action.
Yeah, it had really
stuff,
good. Yeah,
right?
it had really good action, and I think
it had one of the guys from the Raid.
Yeah,
like, you can't go wrong with that. So
yeah, exactly.
It had,
even like the main character Cole, like he is a good stunt person. I wouldn't say he's a great actor, but like, I've seen him in other things. Like he was in Into the Badlands, he was in Daredevil. Like he's really good when it comes to fight choreography. Like, to your point, Rakush, working with all the trailers and like seeing all the key stills, like I do realize he's not in there a lot, so I'm really wondering if they are going to G.I. Joe him. But yeah, like I don't know. I am excited for it, and I wanted to say with Street Fighter, when movie studios put a movie in October, I don't know, like it's different because they don't really have, I guess, high hopes for it. Maybe they wanted to target a month where there's not a lot of big releases. But if they really did have a lot of faith in it, they'd put it like in the summer or, you know, winter time. So I don't know, maybe they want the movie to breathe a bit and like have an audience. So it's just very interesting to see how Street Fighter will do, given that it's in a weird release month. Because in October, that's when everyone goes to see horror movies, right? So maybe they want to give audiences diversity when it comes to movies during that month. So I don't know.
Well, you know, Mark, there's a very real chance that this is going to be a horror movie for Street Fighter fans.
Possibly.
Actually, boys, speaking about the cosplay element, where are we landing on Roman Reigns as Akuma and how Blanca looks in terms of just their overall appearance in the film?
I don't know. I'm not really a fan of how Roman looks as Akuma, but I don't know. I think I'd want to see more. I haven't really looked at like still shots either, and Blanca looks fine, I guess. It's just,
Is this the most we can hope for? Just fine from this movie, Mark?
I think so. I think it'll still be fun. Well, I hope it'll still be fun, but yeah, still trash in my eyes.
Rakush, how are you feeling about E Honda looking in this movie?
I mean, listen, Goto's doing a decent job. I do think maybe they could have gone with a slightly larger character, but I think ultimately it'll depend on sort of like what CG or, you know, VFX or makeup and stuff that they use. I have to imagine there's at least got to be one scene with him and Zangief in the same scene, right? Like,
I hope so.
That's got to happen. I hope so. Yeah. But he
now
looks
that I'm
alright.
thinking about it, like I know they casted Hiroki Goto for it, but like, why? Like, is it because he has ties with like Cody? That's the only thing I can think of. Like, why would New Japan, or like why would they cast a New Japan wrestler? Like, why wouldn't they just why wouldn't they just cast like an actual sumo wrestler to play E Honda?
I want to look this up because I have like a vague recollection of hearing about this. I'm not able to confirm this, but I do think it has something to do with sort of like the very wrestling focused sort of casting decisions that have been made. But yeah,
fair. But Matt, Mark, Rakush, we saw the trailers. That's all good. We're all hyped. But Matt, let's be real. What are you hoping for the post-credit scene for both these movies?
Ooh, for the post-credit scene. Ooh, I don't even. Okay, I guess it really does depend on how they go. I don't think they would make the post-credit scene, but I kind of want one of the robots in the Mortal Kombat post-credit scene. But I'm more so expecting, like, I don't know, somehow Goro returns. Because I don't know what big Mortal Kombat characters are left from. Is there any? Okay, from what you guys can like tell, is there any major characters missing from like the more original world reset Mortal Kombat cast? Because I feel like that's who they're using right now.
They have like the big, like the popular characters that are aligned with the story. But yeah, like
the fact that
no, let's go ahead.
The fact that Quan Chi's in there is where it's making it difficult for me to guess where they're going to go with it next. But I guess it also depends on what they do with Liu Kang, right? Because at least the last 4 Mortal Kombat games, if you go and sort of like if you just follow the story in those games, Liu Kang dies in 9. I believe he comes back in 10 as like a villain or leader of the Revenant.
He's like a zombie or some shit. Yeah,
zombie Liu Kang.
Yeah.
Then I cannot remember what happens in 11 and 12 and MK1, but like there's a lot of flip flopping in like Liu Kang's characters. So
well, I mean, I don't think they're ever going to reach. I don't think they ever reach like God Liu Kang in the movie.
I highly doubt that as well. But if there is like a third Mortal Kombat movie, then I think maybe Revenant Liu Kang is probably how they go, or maybe like Evil Raiden is how they go, because Evil Raiden was another thing that came up. I think it could be like a pre-existing character just getting corrupted or whatever. Oh, I guess Kronos, right? Like the time god or whatever could be.
Oh, Chronica,
thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if they do Chronica, but that would be pretty cool.
Did the original Mortal Kombat movie have a post-cred?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Nope.
Okay, I feel like with the way that the Mortal Kombat 2 is going, though, it does feel like it would have a post-cred.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. My boys, hear me out. We see Batman. And then we go into MK versus DC. Just like James Gunn intended.
Oh,
man.
How about Street Fighter, boys? What are you thinking for potential Street Fighter, or not potential, but dream Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter post-credit scene?
Honestly,
is Dan already in this movie?
Yeah, he's being played by. Actually, I think he's kind of being played by an annoying dude. 1 second.
Okay, so here's my wild dream scenario. It's the end of Street Fighter. Akuma kills Bison. Bison is on the ground. He's dead. A succubus walks in. Green hair.
Oh, God. Dude.
Wings on her head. She resurrects Bison. And then we get Darkstalker.
Mark, I know we told you to come on this show to talk about the Street Fighter trailer, but this is actually an intervention. Mark, you gotta give out Darkstalkers.
No, I can't.
Oh, man.
Give me one more Darkstalkers game.
No. And then Iron Man's gonna come in. And Cyclops.
I'd love to see Kenny Omega have a post credit, like just Easter egg scene with Cody or something.
As Alex?
I don't know, maybe. It 100%
it's just
getting
him reenacting Alex's ending from Street Fighter 6.
Oh my God.
Possibly.
I've totally forgotten that post-credit scenes can just be like, the characters chilling, and it doesn't always have to be new character reveal for the upcoming sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But that's more fun.
That's
more fun.
I don't feel like the Street Fighter movie is being made with the sequel in mind, if I'm being honest. Like, everybody's here. Maybe they could like tease like a Street Fighter 3 character, but like I don't think the crowd is really that interested in like any Street Fighter 3 characters on TV or on the big screen.
Really? I'd love to see Ellen.
I don't know. Makoto fans go hard, Ricky. Yeah. Makoto fans.
Makoto.
I think
Ibuki.
I think that's a niche. I think that's a very niche thing. Like, I don't think if you're making a movie like this, you're going. No,
you make it even more niche. You make Akira come in, and then there's rival schools.
I do.
That'd be cool.
Oh, I guess maybe Sakura.
Oh yeah, Sakura would actually probably make more sense for rival school.
Yeah. And what's that princess character?
Who?
Like Sakura's rival?
Oh, Karen.
Oh, Karen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you brought it up, I don't know, the idea of it just being Kenny Omega saying, guys, I didn't know. I really didn't know. And that's the end credit scene. Makes me laugh so much. Actually, while we're on the topic of Street Fighter 6, Mark, since this is most, I think, relevant to you, what are you thinking, or what are your thoughts on the current rumor going around from the guy who apparently leaked that Terry and Bison and Elena were coming as DLC, and him revealing that Vega, Hager, Gokin, and your girl Tifa are the next season of Street Fighter DLC?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty great. Like, it's good crossover appeal. Oh, it's so weird that I talk about these things in a business sense. 'Cause like yeah, it makes sense business wise because they make so much money and like they'll get new people to come into the franchise. But I don't know. I think it's pretty fun. Like, Capcom loves their crossovers, and now that they can't do Marvel, or that we know, like why not get like other big characters to join in on the fun. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see Tifa in Street Fighter, and it'd be cool if they could possibly get other characters, but who knows?
Also, the annoying guy playing Dan is Andrew Schultz.
Oh yeah.
How do you think the Tekken fan base will feel if Tifa gets announced for Street Fighter? As I believe Tifa has been the most wanted guest character for a minute now.
Oh, have they wanted her? And I guess she'd make a lot more sense in Tekken. I mean, gameplay wise, she would.
Mm-hmm. I think when it comes to at least the circles I've been following, Tifa has been like one of the most requested Tekken characters. So when this kind of came out, everyone was kind of floored and saying, "Damn, feels bad for the Tekken bros out there." But all these movies are coming out soon. I guess while we're on the topic of video game movie adaptations, probably without really getting into it, do you guys have any thoughts on the casting for supposed casting for Elden Ring? I'm not sure if that was confirmed, or the casting for the live action Gundam movie, or are those just something that you're waiting to see actual trailers to come out of those? Rakush.
I feel like they're trying to do with Gundam what they did with Transformers in the late 2000s. They're trying to put like a name, like Sydney Sweeney to it, to get like, non-anime fans into this stuff. I think it's going to fail.
I don't think that Gundam movie is going to be particularly good. I do like to see good old Shiori Kutsuna in there. I feel like she's becoming the new... Oh, what's that girl's name? What was the name of the Japanese woman in Pacific Rim? Rinko Kikuchi. Because I feel like she's becoming the new Japanese person you put in English movies that are like tangentially related to Japanese properties.
Fair. Matt, do you have any hopes for the Elden Ring movie?
I mean, I have more hopes for it than I do the Gundam movie. But that's not a very high bar to clear.
Matt, who do you think Nick Offerman is playing in the Elden Ring movie?
I don't know who that is. Nick Offerman?
Nick Offerman? You don't know Nick Offerman? Holy shit!
I'm sure if you see his face, you'll know who he is.
Oh yeah,
Parks and Rec.
You know what? Actually, me knowing who this guy is doesn't matter because I don't know any. I couldn't name a character in Elden Ring.
I'd love to see him play that like giant dude that like rides the tiny horse.
I don't know his name.
I don't know. There's like a boss like that.
I know who you're talking about, Rakush, but I could not tell you anybody's name from Elden Ring.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's what's his name? Radon, right?
Oh yes, Radon. Yes,
Radon. Yeah, I think it'd be a cool Radon.
I remember talking to my friend about Elden Ring and thinking, gang, Elden Ring to me is one reason after another to fight boss after boss and explore. Like, I could not tell you anything about the story. So I'm really I just hope there's a reference to Turtle Pope. And at one point, the words fort, comma, night are said somewhere on a wall or something.
I think this movie could struggle if they don't have enough locations. I'm a little bit surprised it's a movie and not a TV show. Like, how sprawling that map is, I don't know how you cover enough of that in, like, just a, say, 90-minute movie. So, a little bit surprised.
Oh, man. But yeah, I think that's movie talk for this week. And I guess we gotta, before we go to Don't Match Me, I think this is time to check in with, our Real Mistake Zone 2020.
The rigged mistake zone.
The Real Mistake Zone League 2026 Fantasy Critic. I think the update this week came from our friend Julian, who placed a bid and won Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Yes. And I know before we started recording, we're all talking about the upcoming release calendar, but Matt, you're on the board yet again with Saros, which is currently sitting at an 89 on Open Critic. Matt, you surprised about the performance or the scores for the game?
It's a bit higher than what I expected, to be honest, but I'm becoming less and less sure in my counterpick of Grand Theft Auto 6. So, I need these points. I need these points to make that buffer.
Yeah, isn't the investor call in like a month or something?
You know what? I'm not going to drop the counterpick. I don't know if you can drop counterpicks, but okay.
I don't think you can drop it.
No, you can't. I can confirm from last year.
No.
Wait, were you trying to drop the Duskbloods, Mark?
Oh no, last year. I forget what I was.
Okay.
There was a game that I wanted to drop from a counterpick, but I couldn't. I wasn't allowed to.
Wait, did it already come out or no?
Yeah, because they announced that it was coming out. Oh, it was Ghost of Yote.
Right.
No. Yeah.
Oh man. And I think coming out this week we'll have scores for mixtape in 2 weeks. So I'm really curious to see where that score is, which I remember Julian bid on that last year. So to see it in Rakush's roster right now, really curious to see how that does. And yes. But boys, it's that time of week after we updated our Fantasy Critics standings for the Don't Match Me Challenge, where every week one of us will bring forth 5 questions, and all you have to do is come up with an answer that doesn't match our own. If you want the simple, easy peasy version, simply try not to match myself. But if you want to play a bit more difficult, try not to match Matt, Rakush, and Mark as well. And of course, since this is an audio podcast, an audio journal, if you come across a question, you might not know off the rip, feel free to pause, look it up, and hopefully whatever you find doesn't match our own answer. And boys, this week we went to the movies. We specifically talked about trailers and a bit heavier on the Street Fighter side. And I know we've done it before, but between the Tifa rumors, Ingrid coming to the game, and Mark's, need for Darkstalkers, which once again we'll get to eventually. Boys, this will be the, you know what? Let's call this Capcom versus Capcom Don't Match Me Challenge. Because, boys, I believe one day we'll actually get Capcom versus. Mark, when will that day be?
Well, I'll be dead. Probably not in our lifetime.
Okay. But question 1. Boys, unfortunately, Alex not doing great in the press right now. I really hope Kenny Omega is doing okay, but let's start things off with the game or the series, or I guess series or edition that Alex came in or was introduced. So simply put, boys, name any character that appeared in Street Fighter 3, any version of Street Fighter 3. So name any Street Fighter 3 character. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Friends, if you said Sean, you're out. Matt, who do you got?
I went with Necro because I remember thinking at the time when I first played that game, oh, this guy looks really cool.
He does look pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Rakush, who do you got?
I went with Hugo.
Good answer. And Mark, how about you?
I went with Yun.
Oh God! I was gonna pick one of the twins too.
The boys, the intervention continues. So let's see how Mark feels by question 2. Name any Darkstalkers character.
Well, I already know what Jaren's gonna pick. Maybe he won't pick it now.
So this is easy.
Oh yeah, okay. I looking at a list of Darkstalker characters, I know who Jared's gonna pick too.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boys, you know me too well. Of course, I had to go with BB Hood.
Of course.
If you said BB Hood, you're out. Not who do you got?
I picked. There are only 3 characters I know in Darkstalkers on the top of my head, so I'm going with Felicia.
Rakush?
I'm going with John Talbane. I believe that's the werewolf character.
Yep.
Yeah.
And finally, Mark?
I went with Donovan.
Mark, do you ever think we'll see Donovan again?
No. No. Unfortunately, I don't think
Mark,
so.
Mark, that's the first step. That's the first step in getting okay. And we believe in you, Mark. We believe in you.
Thank you.
Question 3. We said Sakura, so of course we have to go. Boys, name any character from rival schools. Name any rival school character. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Friends, if you said Akira, you're out.
You got me, Jared. You got me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry. Matt, honestly, Akira is one of 3 characters I know from rival schools. So.
Akira was the first character I ever played as in rival schools.
Fair. Rakush, who do you got?
Ran Hibiki instead of Dan Hibiki.
I thought you were going to pick Baseball Boy.
I'll be honest, I don't know a lot of rival schools characters myself, so yeah.
Fair. And Mark, who do you got?
I picked the Baseball Boy.
Hey.
Shoma.
Oh,
okay.
What a great design.
Yeah, dude, this guy's design is so good.
That's a good one. All right. Question 4. We talked about the Street Fighter movie a lot. So, boys, simply put, name any character from the upcoming Street Fighter movie. Name any character from the upcoming Street Fighter movie. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Friends, if you said Ryu, you're out. Matt, who do you got?
I went with Vega.
Good answer. Rakush?
I went with Blanco. Looks kind of interesting in the trailer.
All right. Also good answer. And finally, Mark, who do you got?
Yes. I went with Cammy.
Okay.
Mark,
I was going to say Morgan's not in the movie, but it's okay. Maybe one day.
I'm just wondering for you guys. Did you guys avoid picking Balrog like I did?
No.
Okay.
But I do. Man, I loved playing Balrog in Street Fighter 4.
He looks surprisingly more prominent in that movie than I thought he was going to be.
Balrog?
In the trailer, at least. Yeah.
Honestly, for what it's worth, 50 Cent doing a lot of press for this movie.
Yeah.
He seems to be asking him a lot of questions, which I guess...
Except for the video game awards.
Yeah. But boys, I mentioned our girl Ingrid coming to Street Fighter 6 real soon. So, going back to her infamous game that she debuted in.
Oh, man.
Name any character that appeared in Capcom Fighting Evolution. Man. Name any character that appeared in Capcom Fighting Evolution. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Friends, if you said Rose, you're out.
Ooh.
Matt, who do you got?
I went with our boy Zangief. Yeah.
Good answer. Rakush?
I went with the other character I was going to pick for Darkstalkers, Inacarus.
And Mark, close us out.
I went with Hauser.
Mark, I feel like that's progress. You had 4 Darkstalkers characters there, and you didn't pick. Mark, I'm proud of you.
What even is Red
There's 5, but
oh man.
Oh.
Think we'll ever see another Capcom Fighting Evolution, Mark?
they wouldn't name it Capcom Fighting Evolution. That's for sure.
Capcom versus got you. I still believe.
Yeah,
I still believe.
Exactly. I still can't believe Morgan wasn't in that game.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
That game was ass anyways, so.
Mark, do you have any thoughts on Ingrid coming to Street? Mark, how do you think Ingrid looks in Street Fighter?
I told you, I think she looks like a Blaze Blue character the way she plays, or like a versus character. It's weird seeing her in Street Fighter, but I'm very excited to see if she'll be at Evo.
Okay.
I really want to see high level play of this because she looks cool.
Same. Big same. But boys, you know what else was cool? Joining you this week to talk about various mistakes in our lives here in the Mistake Zone. And of course, I got to thank my best friends in the whole wide world for being here. Matt Alba for joining me and editing this podcast. Thanks, Matt.
Yo, thanks, Jaren. As always, I want to thank you for, hosting this podcast. And Jaren, do you know if they have the Devil Wears Prada popcorn buckets in Cineplexes yet?
Oh man, I cannot wait. I'm going next Friday.
Ooh.
I took the day off.
Oh man. You gonna buy the popcorn bucket, Mark?
I want to try. If not, I'm gonna print it myself.
Oh man.
Also, gotta thank one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Rakush, for also joining me this week. And going out to see the Mario movie to talk about it this week. Thanks, Rakush.
Thanks, Jaren. It's Moosin time.
You sound like you're musing.
Sounds
really
old.
hard, dog.
Listen, man, the Raptors are in the playoffs. I've been feeling constipated for all of the last week. So,
Oh no.
It's okay. We can Rakush, say it definitely now. Raptors in 1, 2, 3, 6, right? Raptors in 6?
7.
Is that how
In
math
7.
works? I don't know how math works.
And 7.
7.
Also, my baseball team fired the manager after they won a game 17-1. So yeah, just
Okay.
Ooh.
real tummy ache time in the sports world for me lately.
Wait, who's your baseball team? I forget.
Red Sox.
Oh, right. I was gonna say the other one.
Good thing you didn't.
I know. Yeah. Sorry.
And finally, gotta thank our friend Mark for joining us this week, and getting better and putting Darkstalkers to bed. Mark, I believe in you, and thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for extending my contract.
Or
Thank
should I buy that BB Hood figure?
Might as well.
I thought you pre-ordered it, or is it out now?
If I bought that BB Hood figure, do you think they'll bring back Darkstalkers? Is that how it works?
Plot twist is Jaren that needed the intervention.
Oh man.
Oh man, I need an intervention for Wallakun. Wallakun is screaming for help. But boys, that's been the Mistake Zone, and thank you again for joining us. And Matt, if you're free Friday morning and you want to go to Cineplex to buy a potential handbag bucket, let me know.
Baby.
But until then, Matt, please take it away.
This has been the Mistake Zone, and we're all full of hype for fighting game movies.
Wait, boys, do you think there's gonna some sort of Evo 37 moment reference? Yes, no?
Oh, that'd be cool.
I
That'd
would
be cool if there
love
is.
that. I saw a tweet where Justin Wong was just like, if they do Evil 37 in the Street Fighter movie, I'm walking out of the theater.
Actually, wait, Mark,
Oh man.
is Daigo gonna be a background character in this movie?
Oh, that'd be so funny. I would love to see that.
You know what?
I hope so.
Oh, 37 has such good potential in this movie from what the trailers look like.
I agree.
I guess we'll find out in October when we do our post Street Fighter movie episode.
Can't wait for the popcorn bucket.